Hey guys, so that was quick. I want to give an update to the bike pump situation. So I went out front, happened to see the girl walking out to her front door, and I was able to inquire about what happened with the bike pump. I said, hey, I just want to know what happened to the kids right back and forth there. I just want to know what happened to the bike pump, And she said, her story was she used the bike pump. She lives across the street or across the parking lot from us. And she said, oh, I left it over. She left it over on her side on the grass. This is a townhouse community, so nothing is anybody's property, like no land or whatever, obviously. So she left it by there's a light pole. She's like, oh, I left it. She's like, I left it by the light pole. And then some other kid came over. She told me his name. Some other kid came over and was breaking it, used it and broke it. And then she said she told him, hey, that's somebody else's. You're going to have to go tell them that you broke it, whatever. So, very disheartening, very disheartening. But, I'm like, well, I'm thinking there's a few ways I can interpret this. I can interpret it as, I should have stayed out there and said, sure, you can use it. I'll be right here. Just give it right back to me when you're done. I'm going to stand right here and wait for you to give it back to me. I think that could have been a good way to go about it, to ensure that my property got returned back to me in one fucking piece. I could have done that, but that's the past. I can't go back and change the past. I can revise it in my mind, but it's over and done with, So then I told her, what I told her was, I said, use it, but please make sure you return it to my front porch when you're done with it. So then the next thing I told her, I said, well, not for nothing, I asked you to please return it to my front porch when you were done. And then this other kid chimed in, this other neighborhood kid. He said, well, her brother was using it or something. I guess maybe her brother was helping her use it, whatever the case is. She said she left it there. You know what I'm saying? She clearly stated that she, left it there. She should have brought it to my front porch, right? But hey, she's a kid, She's probably like 12 or 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a kid. I'm an adult. I should have stayed out there while she was using my property to ensure that my property was properly given back to me, instead of lending out trust to a 13-year-old. Not saying that 13-year-olds are not intelligent, but you know what I'm saying, you have to discern out the situation. So, you know how people say, like, you've been burned? I feel like I've been burned. But thank God it's only a fucking bike pump. I can replace that. I can, but still, I can replace it, but still, it never feels good to have your property broken and dismantled because people were reckless and careless. But I shouldn't have given it out, I either should have watched, or I should have not given it out for use. So I think I know what lesson I need to learn here, but who knows? Maybe there's more. I feel like people can also interpret this, or the situation could also be interpreted as like, oh, forgive them, right? Forgive them and don't close your heart to giving to people. Don't say fuck people. They're fucking untrustworthy. Because I think I generally feel like people are untrustworthy. But I think that my issue is I need to, even though I think I have a fear of people and an untrustworthiness towards people. And I think that that's mainly because I'm not extremely skilled right now at enforcing my boundaries, but I am getting there and I'm working on it. And I feel like this situation has empowered me even more to use my no, and to just be like, no, you can't borrow my things. No, you can't have my things. Unless I really trust someone and I know them and they're like trustworthy. you know, that's a different story. You know what I'm saying? But just kids or anyone's coming, hey, can I borrow this? No, no, no. Just no. So I think that that's my takeaway from this experience. It's funny because it's funny because, like, you know, when dealing with, like, emotions and shit like that, on one hand, I hear, like, you're supposed to, like, process them or ask why they're there and stuff like that. And then on the other hand, people say you don't want to get too intellectual when you experience emotions because you want to feel them, right? I think things can go so many different ways, and there's so many different tools that we can use in different moments and figuring out what we need in what moment. Because honestly, I think sometimes it's beneficial to feel into emotion, and then I think sometimes it's cool to inquire about an emotion. Why are you here? What do you want? Where do you come from? What beliefs are you attached to, right? To inquire and to, like, get to know yourself. And then I think that there's times where a fucking emotion just continues on and you just rise up in your motherfucking God-given authority and you say, you know what? Everything's going to work out well. And I decree and declare that, period. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, there's a time and place for everything. And I guess it's just like figuring out, you know, just like what tool to use in what moment. Alright, that was a lot said, but anyways, have a great night.